Networking to find employment is hard enough. But what if you're pregnant? Should you pursue employment connections at all? And if so, what are the pros and cons? The first thing you have to do is to decide whether to make employment connections or not. Assuming that you can work until your 8th month, and that you should work for your employer for at least 2 months before you go away on maternity leave, it is not advisable to make employment connections if you are past 6 months of pregnancy. Assuming that you are less than 6 months pregnant, there are two distinct scenarios that can occur. One is that your pregnancy is obvious to your employment connections, the other is that it isn't. You are not bound by law to inform your employment connections about your pregnancy. If your pregnancy is not obvious and the nature of the work is not harmful to your pregnancy, then there is no need to mention it. Mention it to your employer about a month before you have to go on leave. If it is obvious to your employment connections that you are pregnant, there is a possibility that you would be at a disadvantage. In this case, it is better to bring up the subject of your pregnancy with your employment connections during conversations with them. Do this after you have talked about your skills and about how your potential employer will benefit from hiring you. Tell them exactly when the baby is due and discuss maternity benefits with them. It would be a good idea to pursue employment connections in the non-profit world, since maternity benefits in non-profit firms are typically more generous than those in other firms. You should also make employment connections leading to jobs involving task completion times of a few hours, days, or weeks. Examples are web design, secretarial work, publication editing, graphic design, and storekeeping. Good luck with your pregnancy and making those connections.